Hello guys, this is Navin Reddy. So today we'll talk about something called as SSH, which is secure shell. Now, as you know, last video was of Telnet. In Telnet, we can access your remote machine from your local machine. So for this, you have to configure a router so that it will work with Telnet protocol. Now, Telnet stands for Terminal Network. Yeah, so Telnet gives you features of remote login, but the problem is when you talk about remote login, now you have to send some password to this router so that it will verify, and the password which you send to this router goes in a plain text. That means it's not secure. To make it secure, you have to use something called as SSH. Now to enable SSH, so you have to go to your router, and then again we have to configure. First you have to say enable. I have already set the password for this router 12345. Okay, so then once you get into config this enable mode, you have to say config t, and from this you have to work with some commands. Now the first is you have to set the IP domain. You have to set the IP domain name. We can set any name, like we can say Navin. So IP domain name is Navin. Then you have, now when you talk about this SSH, it uses some cryptography method. So we have to set some cryptography we have to set some key, and we have to generate that key. So we have a command called generate, and we have to specify the algorithm type. So one of the algorithm which supports this SSH is RSA. So we can use RSA algorithm. So set this. Then for this we need to set the host name. It's compulsion, so we can set the host name, and we'll say host name as SSH demo. Now you can go for the crypto part. Yeah, now it's asking for the how many bits you have to enable for this module. Now it will, by default is 512. You can set the multiple. So what you can do is you can set 1024 for the RSA algorithm, and then you have to specify which type of remote login we can use. So we can say IP SSH. We are going for SSH this time, and the version of SSH we are using is version 2. Then after this you have to set a remote login. So we have to type line VTY as we have done in Telnet. So line VTY is 0, and then here you have to say we have to use a transport layer, and we'll be giving some input from transport in the format of SSH, and say OK. So once you complete this, you have to say exit, and that's it. You have already configured your SSH. And then let me close this router, and from this machine, if you want to work with SSH, now instead of saying Telnet, last time we have used last time we have said Telnet. This time I will say it's SSH, and since we are saying login, so login in the with the username called as admin, and then you have to specify your address. It's 182.168.1.1, and now password is 123456. Now you can see you can access your router, and this is secure mode. When you say you are sending some password, it will go in ciphertext because we are using algorithm called as RSA. So Telnet provides you remote login, SSH provides you remote login. The difference is Telnet is not secure, SSH is secure. So I hope you understand this. Thank you so much.